Hey, how you doing? Welcome to or welcome back to the channel. Chris back with another video for you guys today. Today we're on a 2016 Nissan Sentra, and it's the 4-cylinder. It's the SV version, and we're getting ready to change the oil. So let's get to it. See the 4-cylinder engine up here. We're gonna go straight down, and you're gonna need an oil wrench. Let me get that. It's a smaller filter, but you go straight down under the car, and you want to make sure you can get your oil filter free. Your oil filter is right here. That guy right there next to my light. And if you go back a little bit, a little further, you have your oil pan nut right here. Okay, it's a 14 millimeter, so I recommend you go with a 6-point socket just so you don't strip it and round it off. Okay, so we're gonna break it free. Okay, we got her broke free. And before we start the draining process, we're gonna break this guy free and go ahead and get him up out of here. So where's my oil wrench? Sorry about the video a little bit. It's a little tedious and tight right there. Let me set this because it's wide right now. And let's put it on small. All right, so we back up under here and you move this light out the way, just so we can get the job done. And let's take our oil wrench and quit moving stuff. And let's get to it. I gotta move it by me somewhere. I think it's under my blanket. Yep, under my blanket. All right, back up under here. Let's go ahead and break her free. All right, we are loose. And now I know we're loose, let's go ahead and start draining. Everybody can see better. All right. And let me adjust this. Better. All right, let's get to it. And 14 millimeter, remember that. And there we go. Usually I don't waste that much, but all good. Let's hit that there. Let's go back up. All right, so we back. We had a steady drizzle. Accidentally hit stop on the video, so apologies for that. But got our filter. Let's start taking her down. Okay, we got our steady drizzle back there. We're still gonna let this drain all the way out. Just wanna be ahead of the game a little bit. And we're just gonna let it leak. There we go. We're gonna let that leak for a little bit. And we're gonna go back up top with and get the new filter and stuff. Well, didn't want to do that, but I did. And if you do that, just have some stuff to clean up. But anyway, didn't want it to fall, but all good. About to go up top, be right back. All right, so we back down here. We got our new filters. Okay, make sure you don't have any plastic on here when you go back. This is the filter number if you decide to get it by yourself without asking the AutoZone people or the O'Reilly or whoever. Anyway, you're gonna take a little bit of oil and wipe around the rim of this guy. It keeps it from sealing up on there and makes it easier to take off. And some people don't, but this is gonna heat up and it's gonna seal up against the engine, so it's gonna get real hot. So all right, so we got that. Let's go back in. Let's put her back in and put our drain plug back in, because we are at the final stage underneath. All right, so we are steady drip back there with our drain pan. Oil pan's going back up in here. Let me see if I can get this in here without messing the phone up. All right, oil filter right here. Okay. Can't see because I'm in an awkward position. But if you once you start it, it should spin freely like this. And if it don't, then back up immediately, because you might damage something up underneath. And you definitely don't want to do that. So you're just gonna keep spinning till it's hand tight, till you can't tighten it anymore. And we're good there. So now we're gonna put our drain plug back in. 14 millimeter. Got our drain plug. And And back up a little bit if you need to, then spin it on. Alright. Alright, got that on. Let's switch our wrench to the on position. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Let's get him on there. It's a 6-point, so make sure you get it on there good. We tight, and just a little bit. There we go. So now we're done. Everything done underneath. So let's go back up top. Alright, so we back up top. This engine, go ahead and take your cap off. And this engine calls for 4.2 quarts. It doesn't say synthetic. I also verified that on Google, but you're going to use 5W30 SAE. That's what it's calling for. You can transfer over and do full synthetic, but you don't have to. It calls for SAE standard. So let's go ahead and start filling her up to 4.2 quarts. So let's do 4 quarts and then a little bit. So look at our level over here. So we should be down at the 1 when we get through pouring this. And definitely don't overfill it, because you will be draining some out. I had somebody, picked up a vehicle the other day, and they gave me a free oil change, and they overfilled the engine probably about 1.5 quarts. And I'm glad something told me to check my dipstick, and I did. Then I also found another problem. So always good to verify and do things yourself. And you ever getting your oil change and you haven't done it yourself, always check your dipstick. Some people forget to fill the engine back up. Some people do. So just saying, always check your dipstick. And rule of thumb, as we're going down, let's just show that as well. As the engine fills up, you want to let the oil settle. I don't always say this on my videos, but you want to let the oil settle for about 2 or 3 minutes. Then you want to check your dipstick. First one doesn't count. You're going to do it again the second time. That one doesn't count. Then you're going to do it again a third time. That one should give you an accurate read. If it doesn't, see, this is starting to fill up. Okay, so on your dipstick, you got different styles. You got a hole here and a hole here. This would be your full line up here for your full, and this would be your low, so where you low. So top dot facing this way, full, and that's where you low. So add, safe zone, low. Okay, all right. So 3 or 4 pulls. I usually do 4 and then verify, but just wanted to show that real quick on camera. That'll be the last thing to do. And we have another 1.5 quarts to add. Now, I usually don't bore people by pouring the oil. I usually cut my videos off, but it doesn't hurt to do it sometimes. So we're almost down to 1 quart. And we are. Let me set this on the level surface on the ground. And that looks like we are at 4.2 quarts. So let's give it a little tap. And that's it. It should be a little less than 1 quart. Yep, so I guess that's 4.2. They could have just said 4, but 4.2 quarts. So we got that done. After you do that, move this guy, put your cap back on. Always make sure you do that, otherwise it'll splash all up under your hood and everywhere, because your engine parts are going to move. But yeah, hopefully you liked the video. Hopefully it helps you out. Hit the thumbs up. Please like and subscribe if it helped you out. And always remember, to the next video, rust is the enemy, and I'm out.